Welcome back to my garden. This is Robin in Garden Zone 6, Northwest Connecticut. Well, we have 2 gorgeous days. It's 70 degrees outside, but then we're going back down to the 40 and God knows how much lower. So while I can get out here, things are finally melting. I'm not sure what it's like where you are. I'm jealous. I see people gardening all over. I don't want to be walking in my beds. It's soaking wet, but let's try to walk around. We'll stay on the grass. And let me show you what's happening and what my first tasks for the year are going to be. So please subscribe, hit that like button. It really does make a difference. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for watching. So you can see we still have really big piles of snow all around our driveway. So, but it's starting to melt. I have some tasks I really want to get to this year. I want to candle prune these spruces. This hillside upright needs some shaping, I think. I still am gonna leave everything covered here because I don't believe for 1 minute that we're completely finished with snow. But look at the bright red on the Salix Sakura Nishiki. Isn't that pretty in the spring? Just so lovely. So let's take a walk around where I can. Believe it or not, finally the walk is walkable. And finally my Chamaecyparis, this is a Crypsey, is unburied, and same with the Coraldo Hinoki cypresses. This tree is coming out, I hope sooner than later. Still have a lot of snow. Like I said, the path is actually still blocked. My winter sun Mugo, gorgeous, gorgeous yellow. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? It gets that beautiful yellow color in the winter time. So like I said, you can see I still have snow on my path. Another spruce that I want to candle prune this year. If you remember, if you follow me, last year I cut these dogwoods, red twig dogwoods, all the way to the ground. And they just shoot right back up. Now, I did lose a lot of branches on my river birch. We've had a lot of ice storms recently, so I've got a lot of cleanup to do there, but at least the path is starting to melt. Now, these are quick fire hydrangeas. I'm gonna take these back by a third to right above a node. I'm not sure, can you see that? I've had these here for 10 years. There's 3 of them here, and I love them. These are quick fires. So let's get out of the snow. Like I said, I've got a lot of branches that I've got to pick up. A lot of branches, obviously. Wow. Crazy, crazy, crazy. So I've got cut back to do, penstemons. Thank God the snow is now off of my evergreens. It looks like these little mini twists. I hope they'll recover. They're a little bent down because they were really weighted down. Oh, that branch is broken. What a shame. I'll have to come out and cut that. I think I'm going to remove this Ilex steeds this year. I have a Viburnum carolisi that I want to move over here that I saved from another location. I can't get over how tall this weeping spruce is. Other than that, things right here look pretty good. These little yellow point pines look okay. My ranunculus are going to come outside soon, and I'm thinking I'm going to pop them right there because you'll see my yard is still pretty much covered in snow. As a matter of fact, I came out the other day to throw some poppy seeds out, and I literally fell in the snow. So this mini twist looks okay. Let's walk down. Let's see where I can get here. Like I said, I'm going to have to be really careful. The snow is actually still pretty deep. But at least things are not covered in ice. So let's try to walk this way. Like I said, Spirea might give that a little bit of a cut back. I cut most of my hydrangeas in the fall. So I have a bobo over there. I have an incredible over here, another bobo over here. So I did that cut back, but I still have some big pinky winkies. Literally, can you hear? Can you hear? Look how deep my footsteps are. Hopefully I don't fall with the camera in my hand. So the evergreens are pretty much exposed, which is a good thing. Still have my coral bark maple. I'm not sure how successful this is going to be because this is really deep. This is really deep. My Vanderwolf pine lost a lot last year. I hope it's really going to put on some heft this year. I love the Viburnum mariaci. I love the shape of that. It's just gorgeous. Here's another Chamaecyparis. Fern spray gold, I think is what it was. But that got way bigger than I thought it would. Can I walk this way? I think that's a song, isn't it? Walk this way. But there's a bridge here over my dry creek bed. So let's try and get... I really have to be careful. Look at all the water. Oh my God. This is why. You really don't want to be walking. First of all, please don't walk in your beds at this point. They're really, you can do a lot of soil damage. Again, here's another hydrangea limelight prime that I cut off the flower heads. I didn't really cut them back. I'll probably get in there and cut more of them. Unlike, I have some bloomstrucks over here. Those you do not want to cut back. You can only cut back like your Annabelles, your paniculatas, but you don't want to cut back the macrophyllus. One of the things I am going to do, if I can get out of the deep snow, the pine looks good. I can't move. Literally can't move. I'm stuck. Oh my goodness. I'm going to take out, there's an heirloom mum, or mum that's there that is just too big. I'm going to take that out, and I'm going to take this smoke bush all the way down. It's been years. I don't think I've ever, this is the lime, Catinus Winecraft lime, or whatever it's called, from Purple Winters. I've never actually coppiced that one. Still have some roses covered back here. These roses are going to need pruning. I've got garlic in the beds there in the back. And I really did not cut back like the snapdragons and stuff, but yeah, the beds are going to need some zhuzhing. My Rose of Sharon right there, I definitely want to cut that a little bit. Let's see. Right here in the middle, I'm going to be putting in some small, low raised beds. 4 of them. 2 are 3x5 and 2 are 3x8. Just to give me a little bit more room for cut flowers. I'm trying to decide if I want to try to sell some bouquets this year. We'll see. Cryptomerias also. They definitely need cutting back. This one is smaller than this one. All right, let's traverse this pile of snow. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious. All right. Paperbark maple. Might cut a few of the limbs just to raise up underneath it a little bit. Those arborvitaes back there look pretty decent. The other ones I put in don't look as good. I've got lots of plans for these raised beds here. These are the pinky winkies. Like I said, I'm trying to be very careful. The grass is very wet. Look at all the water. So the pinky winkies, definitely I did not cut these. So I'm going to take these way back so you can see in here, right here, where last year's cut. So I'm going to take these, like 2 nodes up. I'm going to cut them back. These are all Viburnum mariacis right here. All right, let's keep on. Same thing. I want to candle prune the Norway spruce, the Colorados, and the Abies concolor. Here's a new Coraldo hinoki. I'm really hoping that this did not sustain too much damage. A little Poosh spruce. Oh, goodness gracious. That gold cone juniper gets bigger and bigger and bigger every year. I also did not cut back the sedums. It really does help protect the crown. So I'll give that a few more weeks, I think, before I start, digging in there. This is my oak leaf hydrangeas. So I'll just come through and get rid of last year's blooms. But these you do not want to cut back. They bloom on old wood. These have been here, like I said, for 10 years now. So I do not want to cut these back. But, they are, oh, I see a bee. What do you know? They are kind of leaning into the Colorado blue spruce. So I might have to just grab a couple of these branches out of the way because the spruces really need sun. And these two spruces here do not get enough sun. They get sun here in the front, but they don't get any sun on the back side. So the back sides are like empty. It's very sad. Hang on, I've got to pay attention to where I'm trying to walk. Okay, this has a little bit of frost damage on it. This is a nightlight chemiciferous. So you can see, we'll just trim that off. I'm not doing anything now though. My favorite, Abies concolor. I absolutely love that. I have a bunch of hellebores that are not up yet. I'm just so jealous of everybody who has all kinds of things going here, but I really don't. I don't really see anything. But then again, this was all buried in snow a day ago. Let's see. Greenhouse is cleaned out and we're ready to turn the heat on. We've actually put the automatic opener back in because over the winter we didn't want it losing heat. So I have some like carex and some other plants that I've gotten that I have inside, and I'm going to show you that in a second. But I have to harden them off, even though they're perennials and they were grown outside. They have not been used to being outside right now because since I got them, they've been inside. So I need to harden them off before I can put them in here and turn the power on. Again, this other side, this is the first time I've been able to walk over here. Gorgeous, my gorgeous river birches. I love those. So let's turn around and walk inside. Before we go in, I do have a little hoop house that I also use. So what's been in here all winter is I have 3 containers full of tulips and my fig tree. And so far everything's good. No critters have been in there. Again, I'm going to wait a little while before I pull those out. I don't see any action anyway. So let's go inside. So these are the carex I was talking about. These are from Southern Living. It's called Everillo. So I have 6 of them in here, and I just have some grow lights on to provide a little bit of extra. My ranunculus are doing good, and they're probably ready to go out because as you can probably see, I've got, let's try and zoom that a little. There we go. They're growing, and let's see, let's try and pull one out. So this is what you're looking for. You're looking for these white roots. They're very cold hardy, she was saying. So they're ready to go outside. As you can see, I'm definitely having trouble with fungus gnats. This is a heirloom mum that I've been trying to overwinter. I went away for a week, and my myrtle topiary literally lost almost all of its leaves. Just heartbreaking. I'm trying to hope to God. I mean, it's still got some life. I've been trying to knock all the dead stuff off. I can't wait to get it outside. These are some painted daisies. I had trouble with nematodes, and it killed one of my smoke bushes. So I understand that these are good to plant around that. So I'll be planting those around my peonies. I saved my bullseye geraniums here and here. And they're doing really well. So I have 5 of those that I saved. Those are proven winners. Ficus, they're just too big to go up in my office anymore. And then over here on my grow system, this was from Gardener's Supply years ago. I bought some plugs from Farmer Bailey. I have some stock and some snapdragons, some Lysianthus. But I have other stuff that I started myself. Let's see. These are snapdragons, you know, really small at this point still. And wallflowers. And then up here, let's see, can we get there? We have lots of geraniums, Maverick series. Over here, we have some stock. A bunch of different varieties. I have a lot more that I need to start. Here are the new raised beds that I haven't even assembled those yet. And of course, all of the paraphernalia that goes with having a garden and all this stuff in here in the wintertime. So I've got, you know, all my stuff here, got stuff back here. You know, I do save all these things when I get them. Treadmill, I hate it. And I'll give you a quick glimpse. I think I've shown you this before. This closet, I also save, hang on, let me hit the light. I also save all my pots. The little 4-inch pots, whatever, these little grande pots, these are great when you're trying to upplant, you know, pot up these little plant starts, you know, that you're doing. So I save all of that stuff. Anyway, so that's about all. Please subscribe, hit that like button. Really does make a difference. Let me know what you want to see, and you know, we'll keep on keeping on. Enjoy this early spring. Hopefully you're out gardening. I'm not.